Coach, we talked about the importance of starting off hot for your group's ability to come out strong and then finish it off the way they did. How pleased were you with that tonight?
Very pleased. I think they did a really good job of taking on that challenge. We challenged them before the game, saying how we have to start games. And our guys did a great job of that defensively as well as offensively, sharing the basketball.
With 8 players in double figures, nearly 9 with Gary, just when your group's playing and moving the basketball like that, just how dangerous does it make you as a group offensively?
Well, it's selfless. I think that's the biggest thing. We talk about doing it by committee, and that's the ultimate example of it. Guys not caring who got the shot. You said there was so many times where that ball moved right around the horn, and the shot comes from the corner. Then those are the bell plays that we talk about, where everyone touches it and they feel a part of it, which was great for this group.
There was a lot of, let's call it weirdness in that second quarter, stoppages and just a lot of positive play. Just what does it say about the group that through all of that, they were just to maintain the focus and not let up at any point?
It says it talks about a lot of growth for this group. We had been in these situations before, a couple little skirmishes here, the shot clock going off, calls here and there. Our ability to stay focused, our ability to stay poised and not get involved in any of it, and just playing the right way, which is what we've asked these guys to do, and that shows growth from each one of these guys.
You had a couple guys, Jay made his Magic debut, Michael Williams, making his season debut. Just how good is it to just have that kind of lead where, you can get them in the game and just give them some time?
I think it's great. And I think as, down this back stretch, being able to see different guys, and how they can contribute, because we've competed all year, and then being able to continue to do it by committee is what we've asked these guys to do. And that was a prime example tonight. And then, the other side about it, our fans, rooting us on and getting our guys excited. And that's the reason, part of why we started the game that way.
You guys tied a season high in 3 points made, 17, but also doing it on such a high clip, over 50%. Would you consider this one of the best shooting nights you guys have had all season?
You said we tied a season high?
Yeah.
Then it probably is the best shooting I think we've had all season. That's one of them. But I think it really just comes back down to their ability to share the basketball, the willingness just to move it and find the open man. I think that's so big for our guys, and I'll repeat it over and over again. These guys are just doing it by committee, not caring who gets the shot.
After tonight's results, I believe the magic number is one. The Bulls win one more game, they clinch the playing spot. You guys lose, eliminate. Just what's the message to the locker room in these Final Four games?
Continue to take it one game at a time. Continue to get better. Continue to compete. We've competed all year long, no matter what the score, no matter what the circumstances are. We continue to compete night in and night out. How do we get better, and how are we playing our best style of basketball at this point of the season?
Coach, you touched on the 17 threes. Only 2 of those came unassisted. How important is it to continue getting the ball moving and not trying to go one-on-one, especially when you have a hot shooting night?
That's big. You said it. I think it's so important for our guys to continue to trust each other, trust the pass, share the basketball, but when you're open, being able to step in and knock shots down. I think that's big. Just continue that level of confidence in one another.
Jamal, before the game, you had said that I asked you about them playing against a more mediocre team, a team that's struggling, and how they would come out. Mm-hmm. It looked like Detroit jumped out of the gate pushing hard, and it looked like a switch was flipped, and it was nothing but business for the Magic from that point on. Can you talk about that a little bit? It's like they remembered who they were and kind of took off from there.
And that's this group. You talk about a belief system and knowing how you have to come out in games. And, they hit us a little bit early just from the physicality, and we felt that. And then, like you said, they registered what it was. And just knowing that you have to have that level of confidence in who you are, no matter who you play against, that you got to come out and play our game of basketball, and which is what we did tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Cole, how pleased were you with your group's ability to come out and, take control of this one from the start, especially in the second quarter, and close it out strong?
Man, that game was personal, man. I seen R.J. Hampton on the other side, and we didn't want to let him get anything. He had a jumper over me, and I was so mad, so that hurt. That hurt. But, I'm just glad that we can go win a game we're supposed to win against R.J. Hampton.
Your group had 8 players in double figures tonight, nearly 9 with Gary. When you guys are moving the basketball that way and getting everybody involved, just how dangerous does it make you as a group offensively?
We have a lot of weapons on this team, and when we get out there and just play very selflessly, it's fun. And, we defended. I think how many points we hold them to? 102. You know, that's we can win games like that. So I'm just happy we got the dub, and on to the next one.
Cole, as someone who was in the game, can you just kind of describe the weirdness of that second quarter, just all the stoppages and the shot clock, malfunctions, game clock malfunctions? Just was this like playing throughout all of that?
Yeah, that was mad janky. I ain't gonna lie. That was quite the experience, and I think might be the second time this year. I could be bugging that like a shot clock has gone out for us. Joel, can you correct me on that? What? Is that the second time this year that a shot clock has gone out for us? I don't know. I'm not just saying here, but just in our games. You got to know this info at the top of your head, Joe. I'm sorry, but yeah, that's real janky. But we try to stay focused and not let that really distract us too much.
Basketball was a very unexpected game, but this was one of those that it was well over before the final buzzer. How good is it to be on the opposite end of that compared to the last couple seasons you've had over here where there's been a couple of those blowouts? Now you guys are on the other side of that. How good does that feel?
It feels great, especially being here for my first 2 seasons and, being on the other side of that. I mean, I think it really wasn't until this year where, every single game we played, I feel like we've had a chance to win. So it's just, especially at home, to protect the home court, it's nothing like that.
Cole, this is actually the fourth largest attendance in Magic history. I talk about the
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, talk about the job that the fans have done, especially late in the season.
Oh man, I think it's our last home stretch. So just big shout out to the fans, man, coming and showing love. I noticed it when we were. Oh, hi, Jalen. I didn't peep you back there. What's up, man? I peeped when we were running out of the little, whatever you want to call this area right here, out the locker room, for our layups. I'm like, yo, it's mad heads here. What's up? And I was like, yo, this might be a little crowded game. So I was like, let's put on a show. Let's get a dub. Kel did a windmill. Legendary.
Cole, prior to the season, your group talked a lot about leveling up. You guys now have a winning record at home this season, 20-19. Just how much is defending home court a part of leveling up for your group?
Oh, man. Nothing like protecting the home court, man. This is, we got a pretty loyal fan base, and just being able to play for them and just, get them involved in games like this. As I said, Kel doing a windmill, it's legendary stuff, and that really gets the crowd involved. So, man, Kel did a windmill. That was fun. Anything else? Thank you, Cole.
Jalen, how pleased were you with your group's ability to start off strong, really pull away in the second quarter, and then maintain it throughout the game?
I was great because we've talked about, the last couple of games we started off slow, but quarters 2 through 4, we're playing really well. It's just how can we begin the games that way? Have a sense of urgency to start it off. It was on the board today. It was a real big emphasis. Mike talked about it. Coaches talked about it. We showed clips about it, before we started. And, I think we did a great job today in setting the tone early, and then riding that out the rest of the game and, continuing to stay locked in, even with the lead, which is, just hard to do sometimes. You kind of get like a days ago, guys want to get shots and, you start playing a little passive, and let teams back in it. But, we kept our foot on the gas, and I think there's a lot of maturity, and how far we've come as a team.
You guys had 8 players in double figures, nearly 9 with Gary there at 8. When you guys are moving the basketball like that, just how dangerous does it make you as a group offensively?
Oh, extremely. It's hard to guard. When you gotta guard 3, 4 different actions, different pick and rolls in a possession, that wears on you. Guys don't want to do that. So when we're moving it like that, playing free, having fun, everybody was laughing, high fiving, that's the type of spirit and vibe we want to bring. Night in and night out, and it leads to good things. Like tonight. Yeah, it was fun seeing everybody score, everybody get involved, everybody get on the floor, and get some playing time. That's what this is all about at the end of the day.
Jalen, you actually now are tied with Markelle for the 8th most games in the NBA with 4+ steals after tonight. So how much pride do you take in that defensive ability? Yeah, 8. Yeah.
Okay.
And that defensive ability personally, just on an individual level, and are you going to keep that in mind you want to take over Markelle in the next few games?
yeah, I be watching. Sometimes I watch like some Jalen Ramsey highlights before the game stuff, so it gets me locked into my defensive mode. But no, I think just continue to find a way to have an impact. You know, whether it's scoring, you know, whether it's defense, you know, whether it's finding open guys. You know, a lot of the times offense, you know, sometimes you can't control whether the ball goes in or not, you know, but you can always control how you're moving your feet, how you're spinning back on defense, whether you're in help side or not, whether you're showing hands, you know, and being active. You know, that's all just on your will, you know, and you wanting to do it. So, you know, it's just something I take pride in. You know, the guys hype me up all the time, you know, when I'm getting steals and when I'm active on defense. So, you know, it feels good. You know, I want to keep doing it and, yeah, just continuing to do anything I can to help us out.
Jalen, I asked Cole, I'll ask you. Just what is it like, you know, in that second quarter where there's all those stoppages and just, you know, shot clock, game clock? What's that like as a player going through that?
That was so weird. Like, we had a 6 o'clock game and we ended at normal time if we had a 7 o'clock game. Like, it was blowing me still. But nah, it was just, I don't know. I think we handled it well. You know what I'm saying? That very easily could have gotten frustrated. You know, very easily could, again, taking the foot off the gas and, you know, gotten lackadaisical because we're stopping and, you know, quarter's taking 25 minutes. But, you know, I think we did a good job of staying locked in and, you know, again, we handled it well. So, yeah, sometimes things, I'm not even going to say sometimes things like that happen. I've never seen that before. But, you know, it is what it is.
You know, even outside of the game for you guys, the other results in terms of the play-in race didn't go your way. The Bulls won, you know, I think it was one game. Their next win, you guys could be eliminated. Just what's the message to the locker room as you guys, like, you know, keep your eyes on that?
Oh, regardless, we're going to continue playing to win, you know, and I said it, what was it, last week before our road trip. I say it again, like, we're not playing this game to just go out there, you know, and we're not just playing it for, you know, to get stats or anything. We're going out to win, you know, that in and that out. And I think we put ourselves in a great position this year. You know, we had a slow start, but, you know, we bounced back. You know, went on a winning streak, you know, have really played well. And, I think just kind of made a name for ourselves now. Like, you know, the Magic aren't the Magic of last year, you know, where it's, oh, yeah, we got a free win coming in here. Or, you know, this team is in a complete rebuilding process, you know, tough to win games. Like, we're winning now, you know, we're playing well. So continuing to keep that up and, you know, regardless of, you know, whether they win, don't win, you know, because if they lose out, you know, we say, all right, well, we're done. Like, you know, the chances are slim. Like, you know, then what? Then it's back on us. So we're going to continue to play to win, continue to fight for that spot. If we don't get it, we won't get it. If we do, playing time, which would be great. But, you know, just continue to do our thing.
Jalen, with tonight's win, you guys now have a winning record at home this season, 20-19. Just how much does that speak to your group's ability to kind of level up this season, as you were talking about, and how important is it to defend home court like that as a growing young team?
Oh, it's big time. You know, we had the fourth largest attendance in franchise history is big time. You know, and we feel the energy, we feel the buzz. You know, you see people. You know, when you go to eat. You know. And when you're chilling, when you're just around town, and, you know, everyone's just saying how excited they are, you know, how they love what we're doing, and, you know, to keep it up. You know, things like that are refreshing, you know, and we love to hear that, you know, because we're giving it all for everybody in this city, you know, every night. So, yeah, to defend the city beautiful is big time, you know, continue to do that and, yeah, take care of the home court.
Thank you, Jalen.
Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, everyone.